So, do you know why in Ghana we are not allowed to grow our hair? I will tell you. We are not allowed to grow our hair in high schools and lower because of a colonially inherited law. This law was made so that black people would have to cut their hair. Why? Our colonial masters felt that black hair was too messy, dirty, and uncivilized, and as such, they did not want to have that in their schools.
I did a live stream on this very topic over 2 years ago, sharing my experience walking down the street with my natural hair in Ghana. If you want to get caught up, click the link in the corner, then come back and watch part 2. This is Tyrone Marhguy. He went viral about 2 years ago because he was kicked out of Achimota High School because of his locks. Now, folks, when I read the articles, it seems like it's under religious discrimination, but to me, it's all under the same umbrella, colonialism. So I put in the comment section that I did a live stream on this topic, and one lady reached out to me and said she wanted to watch. I sent the link, and this was her comment. I appreciate you sharing this because my daughters live in Ghana, and they are not allowed to grow their hair and must keep it short. Folks, this was 3 weeks ago.
So, do you know why in Ghana we are not allowed to grow our hair? I will tell you. We are not allowed to grow our hair in high schools and lower because of a colonially inherited law. This law was made so that black people would have to cut their hair. Why? Our colonial masters felt that black hair was too messy, dirty, and uncivilized, and as such, they did not want to have that in their schools. Is that something that, as a well-reasoning mother today, if some white person comes to tell you that I won't let your child go to school unless he cuts her hair, would you agree to it? No. But we have senselessly inherited this law, and 60 years after colonization, that law is still in practice. We go about every day cutting our children's hair, making fun of them when teachers put scissors in their hair.
First of all, why is a teacher given the right to cut someone's hair in class? Do you understand that if they were to do that in the States, that teacher is done for? And we're suing. Colonialism. And it's still
why we are given that girls need to cut their hair is that our hair is a distraction to the academic process because we do not learn. If this is so, then we should all be getting 8 A's. If this is so, then we should be better than kids in Canada. We should be better than kids in South Africa. We should be better than kids who are allowed to grow their hair in school. But this is not the case. You find that even in Ghana, the TIS, SOS, GIS, those kids who grow their hair are better off than us who went to government schools. Why? Because they have infrastructure, they have good teachers, they can learn in safe environments. Is that the case for Ghanaian students? No, it is not. Ghanaian students have to learn under trees. They have to share textbooks. They have to learn ICT when they've never seen a.
If you can hear what she's saying, it's the poor. It's if you're going to government schools. If you have money to attend, nice fancy schools, you got to let your hair grow, right? So she's basically saying that is just for the poor people that go to government schools. Crazy. So what does that sound like? The same thing that was told to our ancestors is the same here in the United States. And I'm going to get into what's going on in the States too, but let's finish this video.
University that I need to figure out how to grow my hair properly. Are you kidding me? All these young girls that are rocking their black locks on Instagram and the rest, are they less intelligent because they keep their hair? This notion in the 21st century only works for people who will not reason for themselves, is what I'm saying.
So by the time these girls get out of school, they're 18. They've been cutting off their hair for their whole lives. Now they're free to do whatever. They don't know what to do with their hair. So either wig galore or they just don't know it doesn't look managed, right? So imagine you having to cut your hair your whole life and then you're free to do whatever. Now you're basically relearning yourself, which I had to. Private Christian boarding schools in Cameroon don't allow girls to grow their hair. So that's still going on and can't see that's another African country. So it is a private Christian boarding schools in Cameroon don't allow girls to grow their hair. It's crazy to me. We're in Africa. Most of us have afro hair growing out of our scalp. This shows you how the hand of colonization is still running rapid in Africa.
And here's another thing. Why is it that it's just the dark skinned girls that have to cut their hair? Why is it that it's just the girls who do not have money that have to cut their hair? I went to Krobo Girls. Asha Banda, who was my senior, kept a rough afro. She had the most hair in the entire student populace. Why? She was light skinned. She was almost white. Therefore, she was excluded from the rule. Everybody had to go Sakura or you face debunking. And teachers enjoyed humiliating us by cutting our hair. Those teachers who were cutting hair, come and cut my locks. I am waiting for you. Come and cut it. Really unnecessary. And yet, we subjugate students to this level of humiliation because some ancient law that GES will not do away with is held over our heads, and as such, we cannot even express ourselves. I'm okay with you having a standard for hair growth. Maybe grow your hair in cornrows, grow your hair in locks, keep a neat afro, or cut your hair. It makes sense, but downright cut your hair because it restricts you from learning is stupid. You can agree with me that it's stupid, so can we do away with it? Still on that point, if all of us need to cut our hair, then make it across board. Institutionalize and insist on it for every school in Ghana. Can you do that? No. Why can you not do that? Because people's parents are rich, right? There are rich people that can skirt the law. And these same rich people are the ones that enforce the laws that break our necks in this country. You sit there and say, my daughter will go to TIS and grow her long hair. But you, child of a farmer, go to this government school and cut your hair. Is it fair? Is it fair, Mr. Minister? Is it fair? Or you sit there and say, I want my child to go to Gehe, but I don't want my child to cut her hair. And you find some fake quack doctor who will sign a letter for you to send to the school so that your child can be excused from cutting their hair. Because
a doctor? You have to get a signature from a doctor? I don't really understand that at all. Wow.
When money talks, bullshit works. And that law is bullshit, so you can chase it away with your money. Education Service, the Ministry of Education. I am imploring you.
We implore you.
Do away with that law will not hurt anybody.
It won't.
Keeping that law shows that we as Ghanaians lack direction and do not know how to bring up our own children. And as such, we rely on hateful laws made by our colonial masters to dictate for us. If we say we are people who have been elected to lead this country into a better world, to lead this country to a better place, then it starts with all these useless laws. Let's do away with them and see how good Ghana becomes.
Wow, folks. Wow. That was March 2022. And I still watch that video in shock. And as you can see, we're in 2024 now. I am no longer a loose natural. I am a lock natural, loving each part of this journey. But even with this hairstyle, in the States, we're still going through lobbying and litigation just for our hair. So this new season I'm in with YouTube is to bridge the educational, cultural, and emotional gap. This is a cultural gap that I'm bridging right now. The girls are going through in Ghana. We are going through it in Ghana as well. So let's talk about the Crown Act. So here is the Crown Act, updated 2024. And folks, the official campaign of the Crown Act led by the Crown Coalition, creating a respectful and open world for natural hair. Because legislatively, there are still states that cannot hire us legally because of our hair. We're ending hair discrimination. Folks, it's the same thing. What they're going through on the motherland and here. Hair discrimination. And it's under the same umbrella. And you guys know what it is. Colonization. And it's the colonization that's still running through our leadership's veins to where they have these laws that don't make no damn sense. No sense. So, what makes us here different from what's going on in the motherland? We have senators and we have lawyers. We can lobby and we can get corporations to lobby with us to fight against this mess. The Crown Act was created in 2019 by Dove and the Crown Coalition in partnership with Senate Senator Holly J. Mitchell of California, shout out Cali, West Side, to ensure protection against discrimination based on race-based hairstyles by extending statutory protection. Get it in writing to hair texture and protective styles such as braids, locks, twists, knots in the workplace. So Ghanaians are going through it as girls. We're going through it as girls and grown women. Folks, the statistics are crazy. Black women hair is 2.5 more likely to be perceived as unprofessional. I went through that. I did a very popular game show and I asked them, how would you like my hair? I said, I can do an afro, I can do a straight hair because her name was Megan. It was my wig. And instead of just saying the wig, she said this whole exhortation like, oh, I think you should wear the straight hair because it's more professional. She didn't even know what she just said. She just said my afro is unprofessional. I've lived through it myself, just like a lot of us have. 25% of Black women believe they have been denied a job interview because of their hair. Crazy. Hair discrimination is happening early and continues as she gets older. 100% facts. Folks, you can go to this website and read the statistics, but this is what I really wanted to show you. Legislative, statutory implementations. 27 states down, 23 to go. Look at this map, folks. The blue indicates where the Crown Act is law. The purple is executive order inspired by the Crown Act. Gray, legislation has not been passed or been filed. Folks, this is 2024 and we're still going through it. We're still pulling teeth for us to be free to wear our hair in the workplace, to not be discriminated against, even in schools. Crazy. So if you're in the States and you're in one of these states that have not passed it yet, go to the petition, sign the petition, folks. Help us end hair discrimination nationwide. We thank our representatives. We thank our senator. And look at the team. Ooh, this is why being from this country, our ancestors they fought for us to have these type, I don't want to say privileges because it shouldn't even be a privilege. It should just be the way of life. But I am grateful for teams and legislation and the ability to create movements and make petitions and get things done. Look at these people. Thank you, lawmakers who lead the Crown Act. Thank you, thank you, thank you. We are grateful. We are grateful. So I don't know what the Ghanaians can do to help themselves. I don't know if they have the ability to lobby or if they even have the support of lawyers and, the government to do what they need to do. I don't know. But the whole purpose of this video is to share that, folks, this is a gap that needs to be bridged. Yes, we have differences, but for the most part, we have the same challenges. And this is just simply hair, which is not. Folks, put in the comments, why is our hair such an issue? I know what I think, but I would love to hear your comments. So thank you for watching this video. Folks, like I said, I'm here to bridge the emotional, educational, and cultural gap. So if you're thinking to move to Ghana or you're thinking to move to Cameroon, folks, and you have children, you got to be strategic. If they go to a government school, they will most likely having to cut their hair. If you have money, go to a private school. Most likely your children won't have to cut their hair. But these are things that you need to know going over there. And I'm glad you stopped by and found out about this, because now you are more empowered, and you can decide if this is a move for you and your family, so you know what you are dealing with. All right, beautiful people. Till next time, peace, love, and soul. Live your best life. Natural, Afro, twist, whatever. Do you and love you. Live your best life. Join our free newsletter for land updates, group trips, and international real estate connections. Link in the description box. Now available, ebooks and e-workbooks to mentally and emotionally prepare you to visit, repatriate, or buy land in the motherland. And the authentic handmade kente cloth I got from Kumasi, Ghana is now a home decor line made by yours truly. Get a piece of the motherland until you can visit yourself. Click the link in the description box to visit my store.